Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So, right now, I'm feeling like a very liberated energy, okay? Something about being organized, highly functional energy, okay, is coming through. Ooh, a lot of interesting vibes. Something, I don't know why, I saw like Hermit in the back of my mind or something like that. Something to do with Hermit energy. Maybe you were in your solitude for a period of time as you're going through some sort of high functioning, organized vibe. Maybe you're feeling isolated from a situation that you've liberated yourself from, or you're feeling liberated. Someone's feeling liberated, okay? And right now, the word coming through is reconstructed, okay? Something about you or someone stopped fighting the clock and started making it work, okay? That's what I'm hearing. So let's find out what other energies are coming through. So, starting off, we're getting some irritated, ashamed, and grateful vibes. Something must have been very annoying in the atmosphere. Something must have been almost like so bothersome that it agitated you or someone, okay? And I'm hearing something needed to change, something needed to shift, okay? I'm hearing something about recycling something, okay? Kind of refurbishing, going back. I'm hearing going back to the drawing board, okay? Something about just wanting to get back to the roots of it all, getting back to the matter of how things are. I'm hearing something about a major shift, okay? Is what I'm hearing there in the energies. And the Page of Cups is backing that up. It must be something to do with like your creativity, someone's creativity, dreams and aspirations, okay, is at play here. But at the same time, there's a sense of being ashamed about stepping away from something. I'm hearing something about stepping away from a structure of things. It's like you're not wanting to rush things. You're finally stopping the rush, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's something about your freedom, okay? Something about you wanting to have more time, wanting to have more, I'm hearing leisure, more time to play is what I'm hearing, okay? Something in the energies gives the vibe of just like off balance, off frame is what I'm hearing, okay? The cards are going off frame. It kind of feels like something is out of balance, out of sway, out of order, okay? Something is being reorganized in your life is what I'm hearing, okay? Something about your daily life, okay? It's going to create a lot of freedom. But there's something about someone feeling humiliated about a situation that it kind of just left them stunned is what I'm hearing, okay? Maybe it left other people stunned or humiliated in the environment that you walked away from, or maybe you felt humiliated or ashamed in an environment that didn't quite make you feel worthy. Maybe you're feeling unworthy about a situation, okay? I'm hearing something about a schedule shift, okay? Or finding the natural rhythm of something, okay? But nonetheless, that Page of Cups is really strong. It kind of just gives this vibe of just wanting to be creative, artistic, dreamy, sensitive about like dreams and aspirations, like something about heart connection, emotion, okay? It almost gives this vibe where it's like you don't want to give up a dream. You don't want to give up your influence. It kind of feels like some sort of influence is there, like in the environment that you're stepping away from. I'm hearing some sort of structural pivot is happening, okay? But it's like it's coming at this like full arrival moment where it's like you back away from certain things that don't serve you, so you're finding alignment again with that world energy. Yeah, it's like it's a wake-up call for a lot of people. It may have been a wake-up call for you, but I do feel like in your environment, like people want you to like step up and, integrate into something new, okay? But at the same time, it feels so photoshopped in the environment. It might feel fake in the environment that you're in, which is why you just finally stop forcing yourself into the schedule of going into like trying to fit into these things, okay, that don't fit your natural rhythm, don't fit. It's just weird, like there's something about the systems that are built around you, for you, okay? You're rebuilding new systems from the ground up is what I'm hearing, okay? Something about people were assuming that you would eventually burn out, you would lose your creativity, you would eventually go ghost. That's why I was feeling like Hermit in the back of my like head or something. Like I don't know what it is. Something about just like going into solitude because it's just like you're sick of perhaps photoshopping yourself, okay? Trying to fake perfection when it's like you're just trying to do your best, you know what I mean? Maybe people are trying to fake perfection around you, okay? Maybe they feel like you're perfect, but maybe there's something behind the scenes that you're not really saying, or maybe you feel like you have to show up and be perfect so people don't know how you're feeling behind the scenes, okay? But yeah, something about filtered beyond recognition. not really recognizing yourself anymore, what it is that you want, what it is that you're trying to do and accomplish. That might be of significance. But I'm also getting a vibe where it's just like you're just like doing this full on pivot now, maybe towards your looks, towards how you showcase yourself, because you are stepping into something that feels very much like the Queen of Wands, where it's like you're going to be showcasing a lot of confidence, a lot of warmth, a lot of creativity, you know, and you're being a leader in how you're showing up in your life, which is why people are wondering, like, what's your secret to freedom? What's your secret to have more time? What's your secret to not being stun locked by the system that's at play at bay is what I'm hearing, okay? I kind of get this vibe where it's like you just created this lifestyle where it's just like, yeah, you'll clock into your 9 to 5, but it's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? It's like you have order outside of this structural confinement, is what I'm hearing. I don't know why. I heard golden cage or something like that. So maybe you might see your work like a golden cage. You might see something, you know, that's just like you're just trying to balance stuff out so you can keep your security, is what I'm hearing, okay? But at the same time, it's a huge wake up call for you and many others. Because I'm thinking a lot of people are having a wake up call to like you kind of being detached from the environment, you know? It's kind of like clocking in and then clocking out, not going to the parties, not going to the after work events or things like that, not going to celebrate with family and friends. You just kind of minded your business, kind of do your thing, you know what I mean? You're just on a full pivot, is what I'm hearing. But at the same time, it's like you might feel ashamed that like you've detached yourself from civilization, society, things like that, but you're restructuring yourself so that you can come back stronger, okay? Because you're done fighting with the, I'm hearing something about the systemic nature of things, okay? You're having this spiritual awakening, you're having this sudden clarity about situations. You're in this like, oh, like I'm hearing urgent, oh, I heard allergic. I don't know why. Maybe you're allergic to urgent things. Maybe that might be of significance. But you can't ignore certain things anymore because it's like, you know that if you are constantly in fight or flight mode, you're never going to heal, recover, or find creativity. It's like you're just opening up new paths for yourself because you don't want the burden and the strain of the responsibilities for applying pressure to you 24/7. So it's like, yeah, you might feel a little at disgrace by that. Some people might be feeling a little humiliated by how much they put on your plate, maybe. But at the end of the day, I'm hearing there's going to be a mutuality of agreement towards like how beneficial you are in people's lives, is what I'm hearing as well. But it's like you're just done burning out. You know what I mean? Or even if you're not burning out, people were assuming that you would eventually burn out. You're just having this pivot in your life that's more effective, okay? More efficient in structure, okay? And it's gonna give you, I'm hearing, twice the results, okay, with half the effort. Something about you being really, I'm hearing, I don't know why I heard working hard, working smarter than harder. Yeah, like just working more smarter than harder. Yeah, something about a deep fake. Maybe there might be something about fake situations at play, okay, at bay, broken promises. Maybe people promised things to you in the past and it felt like, you know, you were going to be in an up and up and eventually it never happened. It's almost like having a promotion dangled in front of you like a carrot, like 24/7. You hear they're just like, oh, give me more time, give us more time, and it's like not really adding up after several years. It's like, how much more time do you need, kind of thing. So it's like now it's like you're not even trying to work that hard anymore, even though you are perhaps still working at a high volume. You're just not being as like on top of everything 24/7. You're just kind of letting people do their thing and like letting the chips fall where they may, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. So it's like, yeah, it might bring up disappointed expectations, or maybe your expectation on others is just falling short because it's like they failed their commitments, lost trust, their words meant nothing. Everything that they've said up until this point related to your career or personal life or even hobbies just haven't added up quite effectively, is what I'm hearing. I don't know why. I heard something about tilted towers. I don't know. Is that like Fortnite or something? I don't know. Something about tilted towers, twisted tree line. I don't know. I think that's League of Legends. I don't know. Something about like these twisted ideologies, something about twisted mindsets, twisted atmospheres happening where it's like you have to just be at your wits' end 24/7 and make decisive changes for yourself because what they're doing is putting you in a stalemate, is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's twisted, it's convoluted, but nonetheless, it's putting you on top, okay, and you're grateful for it. You're coming out of this. I'm hearing I don't know why. I heard hard boiled egg. I don't know why. Like, what does that even mean? I don't know. Hard boiled egg. Maybe you're making a hard boiled egg. Maybe you're eating one. But something about this hard boiled egg, maybe it's like there's a sense of stubbornness or like an inability to hatch out of something. I don't know. But it's like you're feeling grateful nonetheless. Maybe you're eating your meal and you're just feeling grateful. Something about you praying over your food because you're just adding positivity to your plate is what I'm hearing. Okay? You're just feeling thankful, appreciated, and blessed, okay, for what you have. I'm hearing something about because of your gratitude towards the universe, what is being provided to you, it's only coming back to you tenfold, okay? You're doing all of these pivots in your life that might have seemed scary at first, but now all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, all these things are adding up. Everything is coming to fruition for you. And it's just like, whoa, I didn't have to defend my stance. I didn't have to do X, Y, Z. That's like the vibe you're feeling. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know why. I heard something about hidden motives. Okay? There are some hidden motives towards your sense of gratitude, your sense of being happy, prosperity. I don't know. There's some people who don't want you to be prosperous for some reason. Okay? But yeah, nonetheless, you are coming into some bankroll, money roll, okay? You're having a celebration of success, okay? You're gonna be checking in some cashes, Oh, interesting. Cashing your checks, checking your cashes. I don't know why. Cash kind of gives me like cash, like browsing cash. I don't know, like CACHE. I don't know. That's so interesting. I don't know. Maybe like a cachet. I don't know. I don't know. Touche, cachet. I don't know. It kind of gives this vibe where it's like, and it's making it kind of feel like tomato. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's the same thing, but at the same time, it was said differently. It was done differently. So maybe that's you now at this point in time, where it's like, yeah, the work is the work. So tomato. You know what I mean? So as long as it gets done, it's still the same result kind of vibe. So maybe you're on that kind of mindset now, where it's just like you're expanding yourself to do things with half the effort. So now it's just like it's almost like double the reward. It's double your financial investment. It's almost like, I don't know why, it kind of gives a vibe where, you know, like there's like a recession going on, I guess. I mean, it really hasn't been announced, but like at the same time, you know, it's like companies are at this, like, you know, like an item is like supposed to be $1, but it's like now they put half of the item in the bag. It's like a bag of chips with half air, half chips. You're still paying $1, but it's like they get double. So now it's like you're probably operating in the same mindset, because it's like if these companies are going to do that to you, you might as well do that for yourself too. It's like, oh, they want all of this work. Well, let me give them half the effort. I'm still going to get paid the same. It's like, it's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. It's like they're looking out for their bottom line, so you might as well look out for yours too. It's like that. So that's kind of the vibe I'm hearing. But yeah, they're stunned, okay, by your new level of productivity. They're like, they're not really as present, but they're still getting the work done. Question mark? But they're like almost like gasping for straws, gasping for air, because they're still working harder, okay? While you're just working smarter out here is what I'm hearing, okay? So it's just a lot of nuances going on. I'm hearing somebody calling judgment too, because I feel like these people are going to be like, oh, this person's not working as hard anymore. They're burnt out. And then someone's going to be like, no, collective is clearly working twice as hard as everybody else, because they have all these tasks, all these things they need to do. What have you been doing? They're going to be asking the other person, like, what have you been doing? Why are you watching the collective? It's like, why are you watching them? Why are you micromanaging them? Like, what? It's super funny. But yeah, someone's going to be calling judgment, but your advice is also to call judgment onto your atmosphere as well, because something about your atmosphere just feels kind of like, I just get topsy-turvy, you know what I mean? It kind of gives this vibe where it's like you're self-evaluating the situations, you're like awakening up to the clarity of why things are happening. I don't know why, I just feel like there's some folks who perhaps feel like their role has become redundant. Their job perhaps feels that way. They probably feel like the relationships have not really manifested into fruition, the things that they've wanted to do. It kind of just gives this vibe of just like, I don't know why. I heard something about breaking the camel's back, something about the stability is not there, the reliability is not there. So it's like, if people are going to operate like that in your environment, you might as well just like, I don't know, I heard something about coming like a wrecking ball, okay? Just like, coming like a wrecking ball, because after you evaluate the situation and you evolve from it, you're just gonna keep pushing forward. You know, it's like you're just rebirthing from it. You're not gonna let it stop you, okay? You're also coming forth in this very like harmonious, like very collaborative spirit. Maybe you got a lot of things planned in your environment. You know what I mean? where it's like, you know what you want to do next. And it's like, you're not going to let that stop you. You're not going to let the environment stop you from prospering forward. You're still going to build connections. You're still going to collaborate with people. You're going to elevate your skill set, your craft and things like that. And it's just like you're not going to let the existing environment stop you from propelling forward. Okay, it's like you're going to be finding closure in that regard as well. You know, you might even have to ghost a few people. I don't know why. I heard something about a few of you are ghosting your job. Some of you are walking out. Like, some of you are walking out. Okay, I'm hearing a departure. You're walking out of the door. You're just like getting up, being like, "Yeah, this is my last day. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do my thing." I don't know. Some of you are working towards living in the woods or something like that. I heard that. I don't know. That might be of significance, but it's like you're taking the next leap of faith towards your career, towards your like I'm hearing living situation. Okay, so some of you, this might even just be in regards to a relationship, how people are treating you, you know, platonically, romantically, how people are looking at you and what you're doing structurally. Okay, but they're stunned. Okay, you're having this whole structural pivot within the system, and all of a sudden, it's like people are feeling ghosted because where are you? They're feeling a little abandoned. They're feeling a little like ashamed about the situation. Like they should have, I don't know why. It's almost like buyer's remorse. Like maybe they hired you for a role and now that they see you stepping out, it's like, oh snap. Did we treat that person right? You know, it's kind of like that. Or maybe it's like sorry, like a little too sorry, too late kind of vibe where it's like the relationship matures, but like they don't realize that your departure is the end for you, but like I don't know, it's the beginning for you, but the end for them. Because like the structure is now gone. I don't know. It's like something weird where it's like someone picked up and left. Okay, but yeah, it's leaving somebody hanging, someone feeling ignored. There's just like an abrupt silence. Yeah, some of you just stepping away from your careers because you want to go tap into your creative spirits. Okay, be more collaborative. Something about nature though. I keep hearing something about the woods. Something about nature. Going out. Maybe even if you are sticking with your job, maybe you're focusing more on your day to day. I'm hearing day to day vices, day to day freedom, day to day satisfaction and contentment. And like you're focusing on you as a person, organizing your daily life. It's creating that instant freedom that you've always desired or you've been trying to grasp at for a long time now, is what I'm hearing. It's going to give you a lot of closure. You're going to be able to let go. You're going to be able to end certain chapters that weren't serving you. Okay, opening up new paths, jumping into new potential endeavors. Okay, you got the key, so you're ready to unlock the door. You know what I mean? So you're having this emotional release and you're finally free. So yeah, these are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.